Hi, viewers. Hope you're all fine. I'm pleased to meet you again through this video. I'm from English Easy Louis channel. Those who have been watching my channel, every now and then I used to give or I used to release videos and giving you some tips, few tips how to speak in English fluently. And in those videos, I was trying to explain or I was trying to help you to understand what some of the techniques or basic skills that we need to possess, that we need to develop in order to become fluent speakers of English. So in this video, I thought it would be better that if I could share with you few of my ideas or few of my thoughts, so that in addition, these also would be able to help you to speak in English fluently. Of course, what I am going to share with you, you may have heard from so many other people. Maybe the same words also you may have heard, but does not matter. This is what my suggestion is, and that this is my plan, so that it will be able to help you to speak in English fluently as far as my thought or my desire is concerned. Okay, so as usual, please subscribe my channel, and you can subscribe by clicking the bell icon there given, and invite others also to watch videos like this, because I have been posting videos in grammar also. So while you watch my channels, by observing or by listening or by watching various grammar items, then and there you can have some ideas or a few ideas about improving your standard of English also in speaking. So in that manner, I thought, as I had informed you earlier, every now and then I would try to help you to speak in English also fluently. So in this video, what I have decided to share with you is that how to speak in English with confidence. How to speak in English with confidence, or speaking in English with confidence. See? Now this confidence is a very important word. You see? Okay? Confidence. So how to speak in English? How to speak in English with confidence? Or how can we build confidence? Now in order to do anything in matter in life, we need to have confidence first of all. To say that I can or I will, I am capable. So this is what confidence is all about. So unless you have this driving force in you, unless you have this driving spirit in you, it will be a kind of a drawback for you. But the steps that you are going to make, and you want to speak in English fluently, and you want to be understood by the others clearly, so you need to have your confidence. Now how to build this confidence? How to build this confidence? And this does not come in a day or two. It is by observing, listening, speaking, reading, and writing in English. The first thing that you need to look into improve your guide, to improve your confidence or build the self-confidence in you. This is the first priority, or this is the first thing that I thought is necessary or is advisable for those who would like to speak in English fluently at the beginning, which is nothing but listening. See, the first point I would like to mention here is listening. Listen. Now, listening is one of the basic skills that we need to pay attention to in every learning of language is concerned. Forget about English, even for speaking our own mother tongue. And how did we begin to speak our own mother tongue? You remember, when we were born, the first word that we would utter, first word which we would shout is our native mother language, mummy, daddy, or father, mother. So the way, the language with which we are familiar, or the language that our mother speaks. See, this is how we have improved. Now, as far as English is concerned, it is also the same. So, to speak in English fluently, first of all, we need to listen. We need to listen carefully. The more we listen, the easier it will become for us to start to speak. The more we listen, the easier it will become for us to start to speak in English. Now, when I say listen or listening, you must listen to something in English. That you have to be very, very careful. There are so many ideas I can give. There are so many ideas people may have given or you may have listened. Now, what are the things that you are supposed to listen to improve your spoken language, English? Try to listen to the news in English. That's the first thing that you can think of. Try to listen to the news in English. Try to listen to the various speeches of people who were very predominant, eminent scholars, eminent speakers. We have all the resources, we have all the facilities. If you can just browse through, for example, the speech of Mahatma Gandhi or Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, even the speeches of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, very simple in English. So try to browse through and then listen to their speeches. And listen to them carefully how they pronounce the words. So listening is the first priority, the first thing that we need to pay attention to. Now if you start listening more and more in English, it is automatically understood that the habit of listening is built or has become a habit in our own usual way of doing things, in practical atmosphere, practical activities, in practical day-to-day life. So the more we listen, the easier it will become for us to speak in English fluently. Second thing that I want to tell you is that second thing is practice. See, practice. Now this is, of course, I have written as noun there, and if you want you can use the verb in English also, practice. Now we cannot stop. If you want to do something in life, listen, and then we have to put into practice what we have listened. So the next step that we need to go forward is to practice what we have listened. See, we need to practice what we have listened. Maybe the words that were spoken or the words that you listened of those people whose speeches you have been listening or you listened earlier on, try to say those words as louder as possible, as loud as possible. And then let those words come from your mouth. Let those words come from your mouth. And open your mouth and say those words loudly. Say those words loudly. Come what may. See, like that. So, to speak in English fluently, listening is necessary. But after listening, we need to practice by speaking those words with our own mouth. So, practice is the next step that I was thinking of guiding you. And what is the next step that we can think of is the third thing. Third thing is the third maybe tips that I can give you to improve our spoken English is to stop worrying. Stop worrying about what? Whether what I am going to speak is going to be understood or misunderstood by somebody. So like there's so many inferiority feelings that might come in your mind that you need to completely forget about it. Once you have decided, okay, I'm just going to improve my spoken English, so I will try my level best to listen as many speeches or as many news as possible, listen to whatever that is being given to me, or the resources with which I am going to listen, so many resources that are available in the media. And then I'm just going to practice. Third thing that you need to pay attention to is to stop worrying. That's why, remember, I began my discussion at the beginning of this video, speaking in English with confidence. Now, when you have the confidence, the worrying will not come. See, there will be no worries. Doesn't matter what whoever thinks, what they like. I am confident with what I am doing. Now, how to practice this? With what we are going to practice. So you need words. You need words. So you need words. And the first thing that you can think of stopping to feel or worrying about yourself is that start asking questions. Start asking simple questions. Maybe in schools, when you are meeting your friend, just say hello to him. How are you, my friend? Are you okay? Are you feeling all right? What did you have for breakfast? Simple sentences. Did you sleep well last night? And what have you brought for your lunch? What's special today? What time did you get up? What did you do during the weekend? Where did you go? Did you meet your friend? So all these kind of small questions, try to ask your own friends in the school. Maybe when you are working in an office. Go to your workers and show your facial expressions by saying that or by feeling that you are caring for them. Hi guys, good to meet you again. Are you all feeling all right? Good. Sit down. So let's do our business today with full of confidence. It's all in our hands. So therefore, these are the techniques but by which you can practice. To speak in English fluently. Even at homes, with your father and mother, with your mommy and daddy, with your small kids. See, with your small kids, you may have your own younger sister or elder sister, or elder brother or younger brother. Hi, my brother. How was your day? Maybe after coming back from school in the evening. How was your day? What was special in your office? And you can have your own sharing also. How you express your own feeling. It was a great day for me. I enjoyed the day very well today. And they might ask you several questions. They might ask you a few questions. And you can have a continued conversation with them. So this is how you build up practicing what you have listened and what you have practiced. And automatically the worrying will disappear. The worrying will disappear. See? So these are the 3 tips which I thought I could help you through this video to come out of the fear when we try to speak in English. Now this next thing that we might be worrying about, how to speak fluently. This is another thing. How to speak fluently. Of course, we have listened to many speeches, we have listened to news, and we have stopped worrying, we have stopped deteriorating ourselves, feeling inferior about ourselves. But how can we speak fluently? We have started practicing, but how to speak fluently? That's the next thing that one might be able to feel a lot. So in order to overcome this kind of fear or uncertainty, what you must do is to look for more vocabulary. That's what I told you at the beginning itself. Why can't we speak in English fluently? Because we run out of words. We run out of words. And the more words we know, the more fluent we would become when we try to speak in English. That's the first thing that we can think of. So, when we listen, we may have listened to so many new words, new lexical items that we may have found out. So take note of all those words. Take note of all those words. Fluency is after all what? Fluency is nothing but whatever we are going to speak, or whatever we have decided to deliver, to speak smoothly or softly, and by using the words correctly at the appropriate places. That's it. Now, in order to use the words or correct words in the appropriate places, what do we need? We need words. So where do you find words? In speeches, in newspapers, in articles, and in magazines. And while we are watching the matches through some commentaries given by some people there, few people. And so by this way we can build up lot of new words, we can build up worries, we can build up words, many words. So by using all these words, we can slowly begin to speak fluently. And next thing that we need to pay attention to when we want to speak fluently is the structure of words. See, the structure of words. Now what do I mean by structure of words? Structure of words is nothing but the order of words in a sentence when we try to speak. Structure. When I ask a question, how do you feel? How do you feel? Structure, see, is an interrogative sentence. How do you feel? Structure. I am feeling fine, or I am fine. Thank you. How about you? Structure of words. And the tone of our voice also matters there. The tone with which we speak to people and build our conversation with people. That also matters. Now here, structure of words, how we should be able to use proper structure of words and it is also by practice only. And the best thing that we can develop to improve this skill is to start to speak every word, start to pronounce every word correctly. Start to speak every word correctly. See, start to speak every word correctly. Speak word by word. See, speak word by word. You need to speak word by word. See, for example, if I ask you a question, do I understand what I am teaching you, or do you understand what I am trying to teach you? See, do you understand what I am teaching you? And here, movement of your mouth also matters here. The fluency can be done in two ways. See, that also is very important. Fluency can be done in two ways. One is physical way of speaking fluently. Now, what does our physics has to do with our speaking English? Certainly, it has got a lot of thing to do. What do I mean? Physically, how can we improve to speak in English? That is nothing but the way we move our body, the way we open our mouth and pronounce the words correctly. The way we open our mouth and pronounce the words correctly. See, the way, not way. The way we open our mouth. See the movements of the lips there, and the eyes that you are moving from one way to the other, and the actions with which you are saying all the words correctly. This is a physical way of expressing your thoughts clearly to whom you are speaking to whom you are addressing. Next thing is mental. Mentally, you can improve your fluency in English. Now, what do I mean by mentally improving the standard of English? It is nothing but, of course, movement of a mouth is physically is understood. But what are we going to speak through our mouth? Mentally thinking about what? The correct words. The correct words. See, for example, when I ask you, are you happy? That are you happy? When I pronounce the words with my mouth, it is something to do with my physical movements here. But when I say the words, are you happy? Are you happy? This is what I have thought in my mind. And this is what I have thought in my mind. And I am expressing with a lot of satisfaction, happiness, desire, fulfillment with my mouth or through my mouth. And your response could be, I am happy. Oh, I am not so happy. So this is how the fluency would come through. Fluency would through. So you have lot of resources, you have lot of sources available in the world today, because we have plenty of people around, or plenty of what we call the help available throughout the media. The only thing is that we feel lazy. Some people who want to really speak in English and build your English with a lot of fluency, go for it, build confidence, practice regularly, listen carefully, and try to pronounce the words correctly, word by word, word by word. Make it a point that you are going to speak in English with your friend today, first day, second day, I am going to speak only in English today with all my friends or with all with whom I am going to have my dialogue, my conversation or my meeting. Stop worrying, stop feeling inferior, and start practicing. Start practicing. Okay? So, to speak in English fluently, what are you supposed to do? First of all, build confidence that I am capable, I can, and I will. Practice. Listen. Stop worrying. Use words physically and mentally. Start to think new words. Use the small words, appropriate words in appropriate places. Don't try to speak and don't try to use too many words, long sentences. To begin with lot of questions, short questions. Think of the words that we use every day in our day-to-day life. Use them and increase your vocabulary day by day. Increase your vocabulary day by day. Use the words that we normally use in our conversation to speak in English fluently. Automatically, you will have the confidence in you and you will try to see the results later on. Okay guys, I think this is enough for this video. This is just to give a boost, an enthusiasm which is buried in you. So all of us can speak in English fluently. There is nothing difficult in the world. So for everything we need practice. So try to put into your mind how to speak in English with the confidence. Look at these tips. They might help you or they may not help you, but I am confident if you try to make use of this guidance, certainly you can improve in the field of English and speak English fluently. Okay guys, so see you in the next video. Maybe I'll try to come out with a lot of other techniques and even with practical conversation. We can just try to improve our standard of English in speaking. So before I close this video, again I would ask you to subscribe my channel, inform your friends, give your comments, click the bell icon and subscribe the channel so that the videos that I release will be able to come to you immediately and you will be able to watch them as early as possible and improve the standard of English. Okay guys, see you, bye, good.